Yo, it looks like we live. We live up in here. All right, man. Give me a sec. Let me share this video with a couple of peeps real quick. Let me tap in with y'all. Say what up. I ain't got much time, man. I feel like I've been neglecting. I've been neglecting my lives. I haven't had much time. So let me let me jump on here for a little bit. Man, truth be told, I ain't got much time right now neither. Let me tell y'all, if there's one thing I can really use more of, it's actually time. John Palmer in the bill. What up, John? What's good with you? What's good? All right, let me get up here. John Palmer, what's good, man? What's a good word, brother? Number one, let me start by saying, what up? What's good with you? What's good? Man, I haven't been able to do too many lives. There's been a combination of well, all right. Number one, when it comes to like serving in the church, Thanksgiving, like kind of weeks before, pretty much once Halloween is over, we're like real active within the church because the two biggest ministries that the church do is the Thanksgiving outreach, and then the biggest one is the Christmas outreach. I streamed a little bit of that. So shout out to everybody who tapped in. Man, it was so cool to be out there with the people, man, and serve. I've been part of that ministry now for like 15 years. So it's definitely a blessing to be able to serve. You know what I mean, and be out there. DK said, "Sleep, champ, more sleep. That's what you need more of. Yeah, more sleep. Yeah, if I had more time." Here goes the crazy thing. All right, number one, I don't sleep much. I do not sleep much, and I don't know if it looks like I have a bunch of energy right now, but I do. So just to put it into perspective, most of y'all know this, but I'm sure there's some new people tapped in because I have some new subscribers. So that's the first thing I wanted to do, was just kind of say what up to the new subscribers. My last video that I posted, I got quite a few subscribers from it, the Ama Manier's video. So shout out to everybody who tapped into the Ama Manier video. The Dark Mochas, I kind of went in clown mode, you know what I mean? I had fun with it, and I didn't have much time. See, I was talking about this time deal. Just to give you all an example, I made that video in a rush because I had to hurry up and get some sleep because I had to work a 12-hour security shift, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. One pair at a time is on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. So while I'm driving home from working the 12-hour shift, I'm on the live going to a little one pair at a time sneaker list or whatever. I laid down for exactly an hour and 15 minutes. And this is what you got right here. A smile on the face. I got an hour and 15 minutes to sleep, and handle some stuff around the house, you know what I mean? Because, you still got to be a husband, father, all that good stuff. So I handled some stuff around the house. And here I am trying to squeeze in a quick little live before I go work another 12-hour shift. I got to work at 7 o'clock. It's 1:35, right? So anyway, I'm not complaining because I feel like I kind of neglected my lives a little bit, but I've been posting content like crazy. So I'm just trying to stay, I'm still trying to stay in touch with the people. Glad this holiday is over. Yo, you ain't never lied. I'm gonna tell you right now, like the holidays can be so stressful. Like Christmas and like Thanksgiving and Christmas is like my favorite time of the year because I enjoy the lights and like the overall mood and Christmas music, but it's very busy. The holidays are like very busy for me. So I'm with you on that. I'm happy it's over too. This person said, "Hi buddy, start panting like dog." All right. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you right now. The trolls are always gonna be here. So you know what? Thanks for tapping in, man. I can't even get mad. 12 hours of security, bro. Yeah. Now the good news is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Security is actually fairly easy. This is what I gotta say about security. And John Parham, he works security as well. Security is really easy until it's not. And I know that probably don't make sense to most people, but security is very low key until you have a problem. And when things go bad, they go bad. But until then, security is like very low key. I mean, like it's actually fairly easy work, and like the main purpose of a security guard really is really just to watch this. Security guard, right? Secure some doors, gates, fences, whatever it is, a building, whether that building is occupied or unoccupied, but you want to secure the property, right? Or people's property. And then guard. Think of like a guard like a watchdog, right? Think of what a guard dog's job is to do. Like if somebody has a dog at that house and they got a fence or a gate up, right? When somebody's walking by, the dog's job is to observe and alert the person that that you're being watched. And the dog's alert is gonna say, "Ruff," right? Let you know, hey, I'm watching you. Don't come on this property. You keep it moving. You know what I mean? So security is like really easy. It's easy work. I ain't gonna lie. It's easy work. Trev in the bill, what up? Said love it. I've been watching your videos. I enjoy them. G, yo, Trev, thanks for tapping in. You know what I mean? Like this year, 2025 has been, no lie, this has been like a crazy year. I mean, just a crazy year, even with not just with the sneaker releases, but just in life in general. You know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of growth. Even with me, like in like personally, there's been a lot of growth. I went on this weight loss journey. I've been eating right, and you know what I mean, dropped a couple of pounds. Man, life is good. You know what I mean? Kids are healthy, family's healthy. There's been a couple of deaths this year, you know what I mean? But overall speaking, man, like I really cannot complain. Jason C in the bill, what up? What up to think for myself? Reverse infrared are the first must cop of the year. So I want to see the low olive we could be getting in January. Yeah, okay. That's not a bad start. That's not a bad start. Plenty said, hey, we top flight security of the world, Craig. He said this is big. Plenty said this is bigger than the FBI, the CIA. He said, yeah. Yo, do you know what's so funny? Is I handle quite a bit of transients, where I'm at. And it's funny because even though we are armed, right? And I mean, whatever. But people see a security guard, like whenever the public see security guard, they see cop. That's all they see is cop. They just see cop. The cops are here. The cops are coming. The cop. And I'm like real quick to tell them, like, look, man, I'm just security. You know what I mean? I do have a special skill when it comes to talking to people. I will be very transparent in that. I used to work in a prison and stuff like that. So I do have a special skill when it comes to handling people. But you would be surprised. I'm 6'3". I'm like 240 pounds. I'm in decent shape. I am old. I am what you call an OG. You see these grays here. That stands for old guy. All right. So everything doesn't always come down to like pause, because it's gonna sound funny, but everything don't come down to ground and pound, right? Of course I can fight. I'm trained, but everything don't come down to that. Like, if you know how to speak to people, man, you can get people to comply by just speaking to them. Everything don't got to be all big, bad, and bully. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times, like, no lie, there's a lot of times I go approach people. Somebody might be walking around in the parking lot in this private property, right? And instead of rolling up on them, telling them, get off the parking lot, I roll up on them in the car and be like, roll the window down and be like, hey, bro, are you okay? Are you good? Can I help you? Are you lost? You turned around somewhere? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm trying to find this address, and I don't know what building it is. And I'm like, what's the address? I'm like, yeah, that's like 2 blocks away. You're close, but go ahead and walk north. Head south, make a left right there. You're 2 blocks away. And my whole point is, could I told them this is private property, get off the parking lot? Yeah, I could have said it like that. But why? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you come after me sideways, I mean, like I said, I'm trained, right? But at the end of the day, man, like, they taught me this when I worked in the prison. It's called verbal judo, man. I know how to talk to people, like I do. I know how to talk to people. Little Plenty say you be barking at people, Mr. Thing. Nah, like straight up, like I don't. I promise you I don't. You know what I mean? Like I also have like this other little I used to have this saying. and I'm forgetting it. But man, I'm forgetting it. But if I can describe what the saying, how the saying went, it goes, your compliance. It's something along the lines of like this: your compliance is better than your obedience, or something like that. But that's generally how the saying went. Like, I'd rather gain your compliance versus your obedience. You could be disobedient and still comply, if that makes sense. Like, I'll give you an example. I think it was a perfect example. I've learned how to let people speak and express themselves as long as you're still doing what I asked you to do. So, if let's say you're on a property and you don't belong there, and I asked you to leave, if you turn around and start walking away, and under your breath or out loud, you like, man, I hate pigs and cops and nibbly, ha, blah, you running your mouth, right? But you still walking, I ain't got nothing to say to you, right? Walk and talk. As long as you're complying with what I'm asking you to do, you can run your mouth. And that's a skill that I learned from working in the prison. I'm handling inmates, man. I used to work in the Department of Corrections. There's 2 correction officers, there's 2 guards, and there's like 200 inmates. You know, how do I tell 200 men who's outside playing basketball, or they outside working out, whatever? How do I tell y'all gym is over, the yard time is over? How do I don't do it by, yo, punk, put the ball down. Yeah, that's not how I'm talking to 200 men. It's a skill that I learned. I can get 200 men to listen to what I just asked them to do without it being a pause, once again, without it turning into like some ground and pound type of situation. So anyway, I say all of that to say, security's easy work. It's easy. That's all. All right, let's see infrared samples. Trev. He said next I would say the Chicago 13s. Those are super clean. Yes, I am interested into some Chicago 13s. Trev said word 100. God bless you, man. God bless you as well. Love from India. Yo, India in the build. What up, man? Thanks for tapping in. I ain't got much time today, man. Like, all right, let me say it the right way. I got as much time. Number one, I got as much time as I want to make. But I got to go to work later on today. And technically, I try to lay down at about 2 o'clock. In Colorado, it's 1:44. I promise you, I am not about to lay down at no 2 o'clock. So it's all good. Yeah. Say, yo, what is this about? Man, we just kicking it, man. We just kicking it. Let me run through some of these here. Hit the like button. I would appreciate that, man. Shout out to everybody who's tapped in. Hit that like button. That is a good idea. Appreciate you. As most of y'all know, if you don't know, after 3 years of being on YouTube, your boy finally got monetized. I don't like the way my camera just zoomed in. See, you move AI cameras. There we go. Yeah, you give like a thumbs up and it starts zooming in on you. You see, he did it again. He said, that's what's up. I can tell you're a fair dude. Yo, all right, check this out. I'm glad you mentioned that. Fair, firm, and consistent. I am very fair, man. I mean, fair, firm, and consistent. It can get you a long way. John Parham was tapping in. He said, man, he a sneaker channel. I know, I'll be all over the place, though. But yeah, I am a sneaker channel. Speaking of sneaker channel, yo, I got some ideas of creating some more YouTube content and some more channels. All right, he said, what's funny is the worst butthole security guards are the small guys. Yo, big fella's always the most down to earth, honestly. And yes, plenty. Let's discuss that. I'm not saying this to pick on nobody. I'm not saying this to pick on anyone, really. But this is just from pure observation and experience. Number one, a lot of big guys can't fight. That's number one. A lot of big guys can't fight. And that's just because they never get tested, right? Me, I'm a former police officer. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm a former Denver police officer. I used to work in a prison. I'm from New York. There's a whole lot of factors, going along there. I obviously I do have training and stuff like that, right? But a lot of big guys really can't even fight. So, it's kind of typical. You go to the club, you see this 6'8" monster giant, 400-pound guy. And you like looking up at him, he got security written on his chest, and he's half the size of a freaking brick wall. Most people, I'd say 90 percentile of people won't even challenge this guy. Don't get me wrong. I bet you this guy is strong as all get up. Somebody like that, you box him. You do not let him get his hands on you. He will separate your limbs like opening up a chicken wing, right? I bet you he's strong. So you don't get on the floor and freaking grapple this guy. You don't let him get his hands on you. You box him. You fight him, man. You'll be fine. I said you don't get on the floor. I'll be honest with you. If you got ground game, I'm gonna give you a pro tip. For if there's any fighters in the chat, I'm gonna give you all a pro tip. If you go to fight somebody and they voluntarily lay down on their back on the ground, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Just be like, all right, man, go ahead and get up. We good. Whatever we had going on, I just need you to listen. If somebody voluntarily lays on their back and they not at a Diddy party, I'm talking about this is a fight. Leave them alone. Unless you got grunt, don't you go down there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Leave them alone. All right, John said, but we talk life too. He said, everybody in the chat hit that like button for the homie. Yeah, good looking out, plenty, man. Good looking out. We got a hi here. How you doing? Tresha, what a year of the retros. That I rocked the flu games to Christmas dinner. Fam. I thought I had them over there. I wear my flu games. They are in heavy road. They're just so comfortable. You ain't never lie with that. Said, bro, definitely a real cat. Plenty laughing. Technology. Truth in the bill. What up? What up? He said he will separate your limbs. Don't let him get you to the ground. M-Tip 2025. Man, you know what? Whenever Truth and Plenty is in the same building, when they in the build, yo, you got to be careful with what you say because they be hitting the quotes. What up, fam? What's going on with you, bros? I got the bros in the building. DK said Diddy party is crazy. I'm just saying, you voluntarily lay. If somebody voluntarily lays on their back, yo, they got some skills. I'm gonna tell you right now, they got some skills. Look. He said, "Here comes Kick with the foolishness." Yo, Benny, I don't know what you talking about over there, Benny. But watch this. Thanks for tapping in. You know what I mean? One thing I have noticed is the more you grow, right? The more you grow, the more haters you get, right? The trolls are going to come. I remember when I used to go live and I would have like one person watching. It was probably my wife upstairs. You know what I mean? She's the only one watching my live streams. You know what I mean? I ain't have no engagement, no comments, no nothing. So one thing that I am willing to accept is the fact that the bigger I grow, I understand that more haters will show. Yeah, bars. Somebody write that down. Kick in the build. What up? Peace. Gas station in the build. What up? What's good? Oh, man. Yeah, man. So is anybody messing with these Wolf Grays? These Air Jordan 5? Anybody got their eye on them joints? Man, I am a sucker. When I tell you I am a sucker for like neutral colors like grays, I don't know what it is. Sometimes grays just be, you know what I mean? I neutral colors, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and pick that up. Gas station in the build. He said most deaf, just let them be ignorant. Yeah, brother, like that's been something that I've been praying on for like the past couple of years. For me being in law enforcement in the past, there's actually a habit that I'm trying to break, and it's very difficult. And the habit, and here goes a little life stuff right here. Like here goes a personal side of me. The bad habit that I have is I'm an energy matcher, right? So like no lie, if you have daps and hugs for me, I got daps and hugs for you. But if you got bats and slugs, reciprocation. And I've been really trying to get out of that energy. Stop matching people's energy. I want to maintain my energy right here. Pause. But I want to have my energy right here no matter which way you coming. Pause. I said it up front. But no matter which way you You coming, I want to maintain my energy, you know what I mean? And so not every situation, you don't handle all situations the same way. But my whole point is like, you know what I mean? Like, love on somebody, pray for somebody, forgive somebody, even when they do you wrong, even when they offend you. It's the hardest thing to do. Actually, it's way harder. It's way harder. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a punching bag. You put your hands on me, we're gonna have a problem. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is, somebody might be having a hard day, man, and hurting people hurt people. They do. Hurting people hurt people. And when someone's hurting, you know what I mean? Like, do you want to care for them or do you want to hurt them even more? Loving somebody is always the hardest route to take, man. It is. Forgiveness is always harder. It is. German the Bill said, what up, OG? Benny said, giveaway, please. You see, look, Benny done came in here. Benny, you done came up in here, calling me all types of N-words, and now you want a handout. Well, I will actually give you a handout. I will actually give you a handout. I'm just a random guy on the internet. Start investing in the stock market, man, and make you some money. There you go. That one. That's a free game right there. I've been thinking about, speaking of stock market, I'm gonna start like a finance channel. I'm still working out the kinks. Later on tonight when I go to work, I'm going to work out the kinks, but I'm going to start a finance channel, and I want to start like a very beginner entry level. There's a lot of good content out there when it comes to investing, and I want to start like a finance channel for like that beginner person. I'm talking about, because I tend to run into a lot of people like that. A lot of people that they want to get started into investing, but they just don't know what to do. Like literally, they don't know how, and there might be a little bit of fear. Because let's face it, when you talk about money, a lot of people get a little uncomfortable when you start talking about money, right? But yeah, that's something that's in the works. That's something that's in the works. I've already shared it here in this channel, but that's definitely something in the works. And a little bit of that finance channel is like me. Let me tell y'all something about me. I'm a business owner. I have a moving company I live in Colorado, and the company is called Cornerstone Moving. I got a crew of guys that work for me and all that good stuff, right? In addition to me being a mover, when I part-time, my brother has a security company. I work armed security as well. I do that part-time. Now you might think, you're a business owner. What are you working security for? Because the grind don't stop. That's why, right? And then in addition to that, I just got monetized on YouTube. I'm grateful for that. Thank y'all for that, right? My neighbor across the street, his name is Chris. He's a GC, he's a general contractor. When he needs help, I help him out. Man, I'm out there laying down carpet and helping him with sheetrock and doing all of this stuff that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like a little apprentice of it. He pays me very well. But what I'm saying is, like, he's teaching me all of this stuff about building homes and remodeling and all this stuff, right? And then I serve in a church. Obviously, that's free. I'm also a church drummer, so I play the drums. And man, I'm a bowler. I bowl league. I bowl tournaments. I in bowling, I've been on a struggle bus, so I've been losing more than I win. But anyway, I make a couple of bucks whenever I bowl in tournaments and stuff like that too. And then, of course, I'm married, and I got a wife, and I'm a father, and I'm a husband, and I'm a friend and uncle, and I'm all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I serve in church and all that. My whole point is, we all make time for things that's important to us. That's where I'm going with it. And I'm making time to be here with y'all because y'all are important, and you're making time to be with me, right? So we're exchanging time together. What's up, baby? My daughter just came downstairs. What's up? Yeah, I'm on the live. It's all good. You cool? All right. What's up, mama? What do you mean my outfit's cute? I mean, come on, man. Come on. All right. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, my daughter just came downstairs. He said, all right. He said, I want to like them, but the suede wrinkle. Are you referring to the wolf gray, the 5s? All right. T said it's a pass. Say, is Jordan, maybe he said meant do Jordan have any formal shoes to wear? Yeah, man, mess around with the Jordan 11s. A lot of people went crazy over these Gammas. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Yo, chat, tap in and let me know what y'all think. My favorite 11s, no lie, it's a two-way tie. All right, it's a two-way tie. The two-way tie for me when it comes to the 11s is number one. It's not even number one. Number one is gonna be my bread 11s and my cap and gowns. Look, y'all can't make me pick a favorite. It's like picking your favorite child. I love them both. All right, equally. Y'all know behind the scenes, watch this. Y'all know behind the scenes, whenever y'all have multiple kids, every parent has a favorite kid. We just tell them that we love them all equally because it makes them feel good. But all my parents say, y'all got everybody got a favorite. Everybody got a favorite. You just ain't never gonna say it out loud. But this is a safe place, so y'all can tell me. He said, Queens match that energy. Q the bill. What up, Q? What it do? What it do? What's good with you? He said Benny's a freak with his hand out. Freaky hand out. Oh, snap, say Q, let me hold $40. Make it through the holidays, sis. Q said, she said, yeah. He said, yeah, plenty. She said, I got you. He said, don't call me, I'll call you. That's that old school line right there. People are shouting out Q. John Palm's like, Q in the build. John Palm, what up? What up? Said, do you have one of them? Yes. So anyway, the Gamma 11s. Take a look at the Gamma 11s, man. I mean, well, number one, it depends on if you like patent leather, but that is definitely a shoe that you can put on and you can definitely dress up with that shoe as well. Caps hit different. Oh, cap and gowns, you ain't never lie. He said Concord started this movement, man. Trev said you're a hard worker, and I respect. Pause. You got a damn lot going on. Yeah, when I talk to people older than me, I'm 45 years old, and I talk to people older than me, and like I tell them that I'm on track. We'll see how it actually happens. But at least at the moment, I'm on track to retire when I'm 50 years old. And I tell that to people older than me, and they literally laugh in my face. And I'm like, I don't know what's so funny. I mean, worst case, absolute worst case, I don't even want to say it out loud, but absolute worst case, I'll be able to retire when I'm 55. That's another 10 years from now. I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to take it that far. But if I have to, I will. I'm not lazy. But people will laugh in my face when I tell them that. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm literally on track. So I have different goals when it comes to certain things. And my whole life, I've been like misunderstood. I've always been different. That's number one. I've always been not better. I'm not better. I've always been different, and I've accepted that. I think different. My dad taught me how to play chess at a very young age. I'm an analytical thinker. I break things down analytically. I just think different, not better, just different. And I tend not to follow the crowd. I'm like a low-key rebel. I'm not even if I can admit this, I am like a low-key rebel. Like when I say low-key, like I will give y'all an example. Do y'all remember a couple of the trends that was going on? Like they had the mannequin challenge where you got a group of people and everyone's stuck like a mannequin. I never did that challenge. With my people when it was a big deal. I never did that challenge. And the only reason why, I seen some really nice ones and really cool ones, some people on the basketball court and the whole stadium would freeze and all that stuff. I never did it because everybody was doing it. Do y'all remember when everybody was planking? It was laying down on the plank, acting like a board or whatever, and they were planking? I never did it because everybody was doing it. Do y'all remember when Chick-fil-A had this big battle going on with Popeyes to see who had the better chicken sandwich? I never ate the Popeyes chicken sandwich because everybody was eating it. Now I've heard that they've since then changed up the recipe. It don't even taste the same. But my whole point is, I've never eaten that chicken sandwich, not because I didn't want to try it. It was because everybody was eating it. And I was like, I ain't doing it. If everybody's doing it, I'm not doing it. I know that might sound weird, but I mean, That's my makeup right there. I know me, right? If there's one thing I know me. So I just use that as an example. You know, if everybody's going left, I promise you, I might not go right. I might go some variational left, but I ain't gonna take the same path as everybody else. I just, unless that's the only path to take. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fool, right? I mean, if that's the way, that's the way. But there's a very good chance I'm gonna be like, yo, what's let me hop over that. Let me crawl through here. I'm gonna get to exploring something. Let me see. Bread 11's for me. Black Volt up tempo. There's somebody calling my phone. All right, Trev said Concords with the 45 is a tie. Ooh. So here goes one of my confessions. One of the things that really did turn me on with the Jordan 11, the Vegas pair, is the black outsole. Just like that dark outsole, because normally you'll know with the 11s we get some sort of variation of some sort of icy bottom, transparent, clear, milky. Benny asked to see it. Hold on, Benny. This is an example of a Jordan 11. So you see on this particular pair, these are called the Gratitudes. On this particular pair, we kind of have like it's like a milky outsole here. Right? So this is an example of a Jordan 11. An 11 that people didn't really care about neither. I might have some Gammas close by. There we go. We got some Gammas close by. Oh my goodness. I opened up that box and I instantly, now look, for those of y'all that tap into my videos, look, y'all know what this is right here. I don't know why. Somebody think that this right here is designed to pull the box. You know, whenever you have the box stacked on top of each other, somebody might think that this is for you to pull the box out and down. But the true answer is, it's a nose hole. If you did not know that, this is a hole that's been created for my nose in particular. All right. and Benny, I'm joking, by the way. Benny, don't go around somebody. You know, you got a little hole in the box and you start sniffing all of the boxes because you're like, yo, this guy said this is the nose hole. Don't. All right, so this is the Gamma 11s. This is the ones that just recently dropped. And I've really been feeling, you know, sorry, I was not giving y'all the finger, by the way. That was just the finger that I was using, but I take that back, by the way. My bad. Excuse me on that. I was using the wrong finger. I've been liking this dark outsole. Been liking a dark outsole. But that's a Jordan 11 right there. That is a Jordan 11. Shout out to everybody who's tapped in. Double tap that screen. I appreciate y'all, man. Moving forward, what are your New Year plans? What do you plan to do on New Year? Trig in the bill. What up, Trig? What's up? Got some peeps back in the East Coast tapping in. Number one, let me ask you all this. Let me ask you this. Is it called New Year or New Year's? Because we always say like Happy New Year, right? Happy New Year. So it's just singular. But we say on New Year's Eve. I guess it depends on how you use it, you know, but DK says, show them cap and gowns. DK, here goes the problem. I no longer have a pair. My pair got cooked back in the day and I tossed them. I no longer have cap and gowns. I am in need of cap and gowns. Straight up. I am in need of cap and gowns. Yep. Real talk. I have 2 pairs of breads, bread 11s. I have the, I have the go-tos. I got Space Jams over there. I got some Space Jam 11s. I just showed y'all the Gratitudes. Obviously, I got a couple of pairs of Gammas. I had Cherry 11s, Cool Grays. What else I have? Rare Air 11s, Vegas 11s. But yep, I am in need of cap and gowns again. I sure enough do need cap and gowns. That I do. I'm thinking about streaming. So we're having like a small party. We're having a small party here at the crib on New Year's Eve, and I think I'm gonna stream. I think I'm gonna just throw the camera on. Speaking of, I've been looking into like this little tripod. It's a little tripod that has a motor on it. I've been on it. All of these videos, all these like ads been popping up on IG, and it has like a little tracker on it, and it's like a 360 camera. So I think I'm gonna invest into that, something new for the channel. Because one thing that I've noticed when I make my videos, I stand up in my videos. I do that because I want to keep like my energy. Like I don't want to sit down and get too comfortable, whenever I'm doing a review, and then I kind of get like all monotone and I don't have like my energy. So when I'm standing, you know how New Yorkers are, they talk with their hands and whatnot. So they were like, nah, son, I told Dunn to come at 2 o'clock. Dunn came through with the whatchamacallit. All right, stop. Let me stop. What we got here? Whatever sneaker that is on sale into the Jordan 9 Space Jam. Is that what you're saying you're gonna cop, or are you asking me? Yeah, the Space Jam 9s. Yeah, we're gonna pick that up. DK said, I wanted the Rare Air so bad, but I'm hating Nike's addiction to eggnog colored stuff. So I've noticed that, like in my video, a lot of people were saying that they didn't like the sail laces or whatever it is, the cream sail or whatever it is. They didn't like the laces in there. And here goes the crazy part. I actually like the way the laces look. It offsets that color pretty good. I wonder how those laces will look inside of here. But I don't know, it offsets the shoe for me. I actually like the laces on there. They said yes. Yeah. What is your favorite silhouette? Obviously you said you like the 9, but what is your favorite silhouette? Because I've noticed that this year, at least in 2025, we've been kind of blessed. We've been kind of blessed a little bit with the Jordan 1. The Jordan 1 is like my favorite silhouette. There's a lot of silhouettes that I like, but the Jordan 1 is like my favorite. And I still haven't made a video. With the Unions. I was gonna make a Union video. That the Union ones was gonna be my next video, and then my Armand Maniers came in yesterday, and I had to work yesterday, so I very quickly I just threw a video together real quick because I just kind of wanted to put the shoe out there. But this year with the Jordan 1s, I'm looking at it behind camera. So behind camera there, I got a little table, and I'm looking at the Obsidian 1 lows. I still need to get a video out on that. The Union 1s, obviously. I copped the High 85 breads, and you can get a lot of these like on sale. Not the High 85 breads, I ain't gonna lie. But even the Unions are going for like $230 in the larger sizes. At one point, it was $1,000 shoe, and it's come down. At one point, don't quote me on this, I remember the High 85 breads, they were like 800 and something bucks at one point, and right now they're probably down to like 450 or 470 or something like that. But outside of those, the UNC 1s, you can get those on sale. The self-expressions, you can get those for like $90. Oh, the Rare Air ones, you can get those fairly cheap. And I also have some Jordan 1 mids called the New Love, is the black and yellow joints. You can get those for cheap. But then again, there's actually been quite a few silhouettes. The Jordan 3 Rare Airs, those were sitting below retail. I don't know where they're at now. The Black Cat 3s, those were sitting. At one point, you was able to get Black Cat 3s for below retail. Now, Black Cat 3s are going for like $300. So, you know, that shoe has bounced back. But at one point, there's a lot of shoes. Fire Red 5s, Aqua 8s. Oh, Shattered Backboards. Dang, I almost forgot. Shattered Backboards are dumb cheap. Dumb cheap. People let the Shattered Backboards just go. Shattered Backboards is another one. I don't know if I mentioned Grape 5s. The Soft Pink 5s. There's a lot of shoes you can actually get on sale right now. Literally like a lot. I didn't mention the Black Toe ones. Heavily disrespected shoe. I mean, people didn't care about that shoe whatsoever. But yeah, there's actually quite a few you can cop. You like Jordan 12s. Flu games. The flu games were I don't know. The flu games were kind of like iffy. And the only reason why I say the flu games were iffy is I remember the release of the flu game in particular. I did not hit on, here goes the weird part. I did not hit on the sneakers app. So I tried for them, didn't hit on them. Sold out. I went to the store, at least out here in Colorado, and they were sitting. I mean, they were sitting for a hot minute, right? They were available. That's one thing about out here. I don't know if there's like a heavy sneaker game out here in Colorado. I'm blessed to kind of be living out here when it comes to the sneakers because things tend to sit a lot. Things tend to sit. So that's one of the reasons why I've been wrong on some of my predictions. Like, let me put this into perspective. When the White Cement 4 dropped, I know the White Cement 4 sat, but out here, they sat. I'm talking about everywhere I went, I was seeing White Cement 4s. I sent a pair to my brother Joel. He lives out in Florida. His name on here is called Hate to Lose. He'll pop up in the comment section from time to time. But I sent the pair out to him, I don't know, like a month or two after the shoe dropped. They were just kind of sitting there. They're not sitting anymore, but they were like readily available. You say like you get too much sun in the sneaker room. All right, they said, oh, is that Dory? My bad. Dory said Suede and Nubuck is overrated. The DK, he said no Wings logo, but a great shoe. And I like, here goes the crazy part. I actually like the touch of that. Don't get me wrong. I love the Wings logo. But a lot of people said they wasn't messing with that shoe because of the Wings logo. And I don't know if that was the case. Like, I don't know if that was the case. Like, I honestly don't know that if they would have put a Wings logo on the Black Toe Jordan 1, if that shoe would have done some numbers. Because, like I said, the Jordan 1 is my favorite silhouette. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of people, I didn't mention nothing about the Chicago 1 lows. No lie, sometimes Nike and Jordan brand be killing the Jordan 1. They'll give us an unnecessary colorway combined with pretty much 3 different shoes. They give us a high, a mid, a low, right? So they kind of wear it down into the ground. A couple of years ago, they used to give us like the KO, that would stand for like the knockoffs. They would give us the CMFT, that's the comfort. These are all Jordan 1s, right? They will also give us like the Jordan 1 Element, which is obviously a Jordan 1. We even have a new variant of the Element right now that kind of got like the traction or like the mud guard. The outsole is kind of wrapped up to the top. I actually like the way they look, but I don't have any of them. But I don't know, they tend to give us a lot of models of like Jordan 1s. So they do kind of run the Jordan 1 into the ground. I will admit that. But I'm not sure if the No Wings logo is the reason why that shoe sat, because at least out here in Colorado, the Chicago 1 lows sat, the Obsidian 1 lows sat, and outside of the Union, the Heidi Firebread, and what's the other one? Outside of the Union, the Heidi Fire bread. Oh, and the Better with Time. So outside of the Union, Heidi Fire bread, and the Nigel Better with Time, outside of those three Jordan ones, everything else has been an easy cop. Outside of those, DK said, "I'm 52. They don't know the pair Nike made in the famous photo shoot didn't have the Wings logo. They needed to tell the story." Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you know, combined with also like the airship, you know what I mean, with that whole band deal and all that stuff. Yeah, 100%. Dang, it's already 2:17. See, look, this is why I need to start going live again, because I really do I enjoy chopping it up with y'all. At one point I was going live like a lot, and then I kind of took my shift in focus and set it to the videos, only because my time has been like a little short. Like I've been busy, so I'm actually glad the holidays have simmered down a little bit and let things kind of calm down just a little bit. I'll tell you all another Jordan 1 that I actually liked that nobody cared about. And it's these joints right here. Like, nobody cared about this kick. And I know it's a simple shoe. Actually, I had the Panda. The Heidi 5, like the black and white, whatever, the Panda one. I had gotten rid of it. But let me tell you all another shoe, and I'm a Jordan 1 guy. I've had the Georgetown ones, not once, but twice. I had that shoe twice and sold it both times. It was weird. I really liked that shoe, but I just never wore it. And I picked up, man, I got the shoe the first time I liked it, never wore it, sold it, and then looked at the shoe again and was like, man, I like these. Picked it up again, and then sold it again. And those are the Heidi 5 Georgetown. Fat Boy in the bill. What up, Fat Boy? What's good? Yeah. What's good with you? Fat Boy said, I like them. I was going to make a video on this, and I still might do it. Shout out to everybody who's been tapping into the channel, man. Shout out to all of the new subscribers, man. I mean, you know, honestly, I have to tell you, I am blessed, man. Y'all been showing me so much love, and either I'm going live or whatever, you know, long form videos or whatever the case is, man. Y'all been showing love, even when I kind of step outside of the sneaker stuff. Like I go live when I was serving, you know, with the church and through the ministry, and people have been tapping in, and, you know, like all that stuff. My barber, for those of y'all that were tapped in, my barber did like a haircut slash like a sneaker day, like giveaway or whatever the case is. And I had 40 pairs of shoes that my barber got donated. I even put some shoes in there and all that stuff, but he got donated. Like, some of the shoes actually new, but a lot of them were used, whatever. Anyway, I brought the shoes home, turned on the camera, and I cleaned up all of the sneakers. You know what I mean? So like, my whole point is, man, y'all been showing so much love, and I'm grateful. I am like legit grateful for like y'all tapping in and just kicking it with me. You know what I mean? Like, truth be told, when I'm online, my online is like my getaway. This right here, this is like my escape, right? This is like therapeutic for me, because I'm not a fake person by any means. Like, what you see right here is what you get. But I told y'all, you know, I own a business, right? And when I'm working, I still got to be professional. You know what I mean? I still wear my J's, number one. I can wear what I want to wear, right? So I like to work comfortable. But when I'm around my customers, I'm still not like, you know what I'm saying? I still got to be professional. You know what I mean? When I'm on here, I'm like, like, which is funny because a lot of my customers actually tune into the channel, which is hilarious. But I'm still professional around my customers, you know. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Thanks for tapping in. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to see what next year brings. there's a lot of new things that I would like to do, because I just want to continuously grow in every way possible. You know what I mean? I just want to grow. I just want to get better. I want to get better at everything. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna be trying some new things and introducing some more stuff and start another channel and all. I'm gonna be literally all over the place, like literally. But I'm grateful. I am more than grateful, and y'all helped me get there. It's kind of cool, man. You know what I mean? Whenever you think about this sneaker community, let me tell you something else that I just started. Channel memberships. I started a channel membership, and I was eligible. Number one, I was eligible for channel memberships for a very long time, way before I was monetized, and I never got it started because I wanted to do something different. I just simply wanted to do something different. So I have 2 different channel memberships, and I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm not gonna be able to do it today because I really need to get to sleep and get some rest before I work. But I'll go ahead and knock it out tomorrow. So the first option is really just kind of like the channel support. If somebody would like to support the channel, you know what I mean, and become a member, boom, that's like a $5 option. And then I have a $20 option to where I wanted to do something different. My $20 members, any shoe that I'm selling, like literally any shoe that I'm going to be getting out of my collection and selling to my $20 members, I'm going to give a $40 discount off of whatever that shoe is going for resale. So no matter the shoe, the Pink Awake 5s right there, I might not keep that shoe. I say it in a lot of my videos. I might not keep that shoe. So whatever that shoe is going for in the resale market, it'll be automatically $40 cheaper for you if you are part of that $20 membership, because I wanted to make sure that I gave some value to whoever becomes a member. I've been thinking about this, right? Like, I want to give value. I want you to have an opportunity to cop a shoe that you really want, or maybe you're buying it for somebody else, and there's some built-in value to it. That's what I've really been on the sidelines working on. So I just wanted to share that real quick. I haven't put anything up for sale yet, but that's going to be literally coming here very soon, because when I start the finance channel, that's going to be something that I am incorporating to this investing channel. And it's literally going to be, telling people, walk throughout your house. If there's something you haven't used or don't use, whatever, clean it up, wipe it off, have a yard sale. You can get some extra money and invest it. You know what I mean? Sell something and invest it. For me, it'd be real easy for me to flip these kicks. I mean, like, just flat out. It's very, very easy for me to do. So I'm gonna take that and just boom, put it in the stock market and just invest it. So yeah, that's the plan for the next channel. That's the plan for the next channel right there. And I've thought about a couple of things. I thought about starting like a drumming channel, just because I like to drum. I had a customer that had a drum kit. I was in the middle of a move, and I had to get a couple of things from downstairs, and I walked downstairs. Her daughter was moving out, so my customer wasn't technically moving. Her daughter was. Her daughter was living with her. Anyway, I walked downstairs, and I walked into like the husband's man cave, and he had a couple of totes there that they were giving their daughter. And number one, he had like a very, very expensive like audio setup. I mean, like, very nice. He must have had at least a $20,000 setup inside his basement with his audio system alone. And then he had a drum kit tucked away into the corner, and he had a very nice drum kit. So I looked at the drum kit and I was like, ooh. My customer was like, what happened? You like the drums? And I was like, yeah. And so she was like, well, my husband's at work right now, but go ahead and play. I'll call him real quick and go ahead. Matter of fact, she said she didn't call him because he was in surgery. He's a periodontist, doing like oral surgery, whatever. But anyway, she was like, I'll take a video and send it to him. So whatever, I sit down on this kit and just kind of explore the kit, whatever. He had a really nice kit, whatever. She sent him the video, and I guess her husband was telling her, like, she was like, ironically enough, I've never heard my husband play because he doesn't play when anyone's around. So like whenever someone's in the house, like he doesn't play or whatever. I guess he's shy, to play around people or whatever the case is. But I've thought about starting a drumming channel, but I'm not gonna do it. But I thought about starting a bowling channel. I'm a bowler, man. I'm very connected within like the bowling scene and the bowling alley and all that stuff. But I don't know. I'm all over the place. Sam Ray said the Wolf Gay Fives too. March 2026 got me in a chokehold already, man. Nike is reaching into our pockets, brother. I mean, already. They're so I say this now. I will continue to exercise some patience. There are a couple of Jordan 4s. Like, what are the name of those Jordan 4s that's dropping? Flight? It's Flight something. What are those things called? Let me see if I can find it. I know they're called Flight something. I want to get y'all take on this. I mean, for me, it's a pass unless I do like juicy deal January 1st, because there's some YouTubers that already got these kicks. See if I can find them. GT Futures. Wait, did I go back in time here? Flight Club. Thanks, DK. Flight Club. What are your thoughts on the flight? What am I doing right now? I'm seeing no walks and all of these are old. It's not even giving me a date. Normally it has a date there. Look, I'm not doing this. I normally mess with nice kicks too. Jordan release dates. All right, let's do that. December. All right, here we go. All right, January 10th. All right, yeah. All right. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on these right here? These Flight Club 4s. Like for me, if I can get a juicy deal on them, right, I'd grab them. But for me, like this is a pass. Where are you guys at with these? I'm just curious. And it's not even like there's anything wrong with this shoe, but like I don't know, like this is a pass for me. But there are a couple of Jordan 4s that I've looked at, and I'm like, yeah, those Kobe 4s, Toro Yellows, Toro Bravo 4s. I mean, there's a couple of 4s, and I'm like, yeah, I want those. These are definitely not doing it for me. And that's not even me dissing the shoe. I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on those. An instructional drum channel would be dope. And DK, here goes the crazy part behind that. Like, I'm not sure on if I will be that informative. Let me share a quick story with you. I lost a child in 2010. His name is Jeremiah. He died at the babysitter's house. She wasn't watching him properly, and I lost the kid out there. This is out here in Colorado. It was in Denver. Good friend of mine, his name is Robbie. Robbie is a firefighter. Now he's not on the trucks anymore because he promoted. Very good friend of mine. He had a drum kit. So I used to go to his house, and I would I would just this happened in 2010. I would just bang on the drums, like, right? I didn't know how to play. I used to go over there and just be like, psh, boom, just like you know what I mean? Just kind of burn off the pain. I was hurting, and he taught me literally. He showed me the basic the basic 4/4 beat, right? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. That was it. He showed me the basic 4/4 beat. Bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. Basic 4/4 beat. The basic rock beat. Boom, pap. That's the boom pap, right? We will rock you. We will rock you. We will. That's it. I learned that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, God has grown this gift in me to where, like, true story, I can just listen to a beat and memorize it and just play it. I cannot read sheet music, and I've been drumming now since 2010. I could just hear a beat. So obviously I play in church. So whenever they want me to cover a song, I literally just listen to the original. I listen to it and I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, pretty much every musician, every drummer got like their own little rendition of it, but I can pretty much play it however how. Now, don't get me wrong. You got some dope drummers, even with the gospel chops. I'm not saying I can hit every lick and every chop, because you got some drummers out there on a whole new planet. I will give them their flowers. There's no doubt about it. But generally speaking, I can just listen to a song and play it. Generally speaking, he said those AJ4 Nigels are coming out on fire too. Yes, those are like those fire red looking Nigels. I would like to get my hands on those. Matter of fact, speaking of Nigels, I was talking to Lewis and I was telling him, I don't have any RMs, Air Jordan 4 RMs. I do not have any of those, and I hear they're comfortable. So for my first RM, I'm gonna look into picking up the Nigel, the Jordan 4 RM, the Nigel Sylvesters, because they got two pairs. They got a green pair, which is going for a ridiculous amount of money. They're like $700 on the larger sizes. Then they got a black pair, which is going for like 200, low 200s. So I think I'm gonna start my first Jordan 4 RM. I'm gonna go with the black Nigel. We got the bike air in the back, but I figured, you know what I mean, if I'm gonna go with an RM, I'll do a Nigel. I'll do a collab. He said, man, the undefeated Air Max 95s look like the Supreme logo. Yes. New joints is tough. He said, Strange but 2 look better than the Fire Red Force to me. Yeah. No doubt. I do agree with that. There's definitely a similarity there. He said, do Sneaker Files list for 2026 is better. They got the Jumpman. Nice. John Parham said he's 50-50 with him. He said, outside that nasty yellow midsole. He said, but I can see those sitting for a bit if they Nike Air. And that's kind of hard to tell, because from the picture, you know, that I see here, I can, let me bring it back up. I'm over here pointing at it. I can kind of see, you know, then again, I mean, who knows? This could, matter of fact, people already did reviews on them. I haven't watched them, but I know JD Sneaker Guy, Unbreakable, I think people already done reviews on them, because I can see kind of like the remnants of a foot and stuff like that here, you know, a Jumpman on a leg on the back here. But I haven't watched any of their reviews yet, so I don't know what they have on there. We got to wait to see the Air Jordan 4 Lakers in person. Renders don't do it justice. So I think in Vegas, like All-Star Weekend, I think those shoes are going to get released a little early out there. We did a recent pic of the AJ4 Lakers, and the purple looked weird. Yeah, sometimes pics do be looking a little weird. Salute, DK. I appreciate that. That's for my guy right there, Jeremiah. Lisa Reno in the bill. What up? What's good with you? I need them Air Bacons, AJ8s, the Benz 23s. Yeah. Facts, and more facts. Yep. Facts. Yo, Silky Johnson in the build. What up? What's good? He said the black bike RMs is more of a dark gray. They dope though. Okay, I did not know that. I didn't know that. But yeah, I think for my first RM, I'm gonna do the Nigel collab there. Perp in the build. He said I need to see them in hand first. Are you talking about the purple? The Laker joints perp? Which pair? Trying to catch up on some comments here. Sam Ray said, man, 2026 is gonna be the year to Hawachi. 2K4s. Oof. I haven't worn a Hawachi or the Nigels. Okay, he said the Nigels. I got you. The Nigel 4s? Yeah, I feel you. I haven't worn a Hawachi in a very long time. It's been years since I put my foot into a Hawachi, and mad comfortable. Oh, he said, yo, Radio Kick said the brick by bricks are orange, not red. Yeah, I guess we never finished that topic, that conversation. All right. Okay. Let me say this, and I'm not pulling up no Google or no nothing. This is just me speaking from what I think I know. I can be completely wrong, by the way. I can be wrong, completely off my rocker. The brick by bricks is red, right? I'm a New Yorker. There's a lot of brick homes in New York, and the bricks are red. They're red. Are there like an orange hue to some bricks? Yes. I don't know if that's just them wearing down over time or whatever the case is. I live out in Colorado. We have mountains out here. Y'all heard of it, even if you've never been to Colorado. It's called Red Rock Mountains. Red Rocks. It's called Red Rocks, right? A lot of athletes come out here because of the altitude. It's a high altitude. A lot of athletes come out here to train. They actually train at Red Rocks, but it's called Red Rock Mountains, right? So from the little bit of knowledge that I know is when it comes to the bricks and the clay and the sand and all that stuff, it's red. So I think the brick by bricks is a predominantly red shoe, not an orange one, but I did hear that discussion. I didn't even get a chance to chime in on it, but that's just my take on it. Niso said, so much heat in 2025. I'm broke. Amazing releases, though. You ain't never lie. I am a brokey as well. You are not alone. You are not alone. But that's why I have my plan for 26. DK said, I am shocked the RMs are worth money. I talked about this a little bit. I talked about this a little bit when it comes to the RMs, because it's like, you know, Nigel was given his a shoe, right? He was given it was a brand new silhouette, Jordan 4 RM, right? We know it's a mashup, but he was given a shoe, and the release went decently okay with the green pair. That's why that green pair is worth some money. And then we got that black pair, charcoal gray, whatever it is. We got that pair right there. And then Nike went ahead and did it. They dropped 1,000,001 colorways, right? They even started playing themselves. I'm joking by saying they started playing themselves, but y'all remember they gave us like a black cat RM. They gave us like a bread RM. They gave us a pine green RM. I don't remember if they gave us like a brick by brick, type of colorway, you know what I mean? RM, but yeah, they just started. And then, every RM under the sun, they started making or what have you. No double ups, no collabs, only OG colorways of my favorite models or so, I hope. Okay, so I believe Niso is giving us his plan. Ooh, he said no collabs. No collabs. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. DK said brick red is not orange. Well, I feel you. Okay. Silky said I got those black cat RMs. Yo, Silky. So, like I said, I've heard good things about them. Are they comfortable? Are they as comfortable as what I've heard? And I mean, like, truth be told, and it's kind of like this. I was just about to mention Spizikes. I think the RMs, like, I'm open-minded. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely down and willing to try something different. You know what I mean? So I don't look at that shoe and just throw my nose up in the air and be like, ew. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but a fake, four. I don't look at the shoe like that. I just literally, I just never put my foot inside of one. I just never copped one, but I just never did. But okay. He said, yes, they are comfortable. They are. I bet. He said they did the same with the Spitz Like lows, a zillion colorways. Absolutely. Now, with that being said, if there's one consistent thing I have noticed about Spitz Ikes, have you noticed that with as many Spitz Ikes that they make, and they do have a ton of colorways, have you noticed how nice the elephant print is on the Spitz Ikes? Have you noticed that? Like the Spitz Ikes be having like the dopest elephant print. And on some of the threes, the elephant print be like massively inconsistent. But I know that I was like, how come the Spitz Ikes be having like the freshest elephant print? They really do. They be having some nice print on there. Man, I wish I had more time. To kick it with y'all, but it's 2:42. As you can tell from looking at my face, I am not sleepy. I'm not tired. And I have a 12-hour security shift to work at 7 o'clock. So in 4 hours and 18 minutes, I got to be to work. And I'm not tired. So I got to force myself to take a nap. Look, DK said, yes, sir, that elephant print be banging. It do. The elephant print on the Spitz Ikes be all types of fly. It really do. Man, shout out to everybody who tapped in. If you have not watched or seen my Alma Manier Dark Mocha, if you have not seen that video, tap in. I don't really care if you just skip to the end, because I wilded out on that video. I was having some fun. So I did a little mild comparison, between the Air Jordan 4 Cave Stone and the Alma 4, so I had some fun with that one. Triggered some people too. I actually got some comments, people talking bad about me in the comment section, and I'm here for it. Look, I'm gonna give me something to eat, lay down, get ready for work, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in, man. Y'all hung around with me for a little bit over an hour, and I'm grateful for that. Man, enjoy your Saturday, whatever you got planned. I hope you guys have fun doing it. Of course, be safe, right? But you sound old, we tell your parents or someone, you're someone older than you, like, be safe. It's like, yeah, sure, but have fun. Whatever y'all gonna do, man, have some fun doing it. It's always love in this end. John P, everybody who tapped in, appreciate you, gas station. Always loving this end. I'm gonna go ahead and chill for a little bit, get ready for work. Maybe I'll go. You want to know what? Because working security be so slow, and it's the holidays right now, like the holiday time. It's actually been slow. Maybe I will go live later while I'm working, just so I can kick it with y'all. And I just want to turn my camera on and just be talking. So maybe if somebody would tap in and just listen to me ramble, I'll go ahead and go live a little bit later, because it's a lot of hours, and it ain't gonna be much to do, and it's the weekend and all that other good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Always loving this end. I'm tapping out, and I will see y'all later.